Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of questions about camera gear and what you should be looking for as a beginner, so I thought I would make a little beginner's guide to photography and talk about what kind of cameras you should get and lenses. So I'm going to start out with saying if you're not really sure about where you want to take your photography, then I would recommend getting a Canon Rebel T6. It's the least expensive DSLR you can get. So yeah, if you're not looking to get super serious about photography, this would be great for just taking better photos for yourself to have fun with. It's really good for beginners and user friendly. So if you're not sure about what you're looking for in photography, then I would definitely recommend getting that one. The next step above would be the Canon EOS Rebel T7i. This one is perfect for beginners as well. It's super user friendly, great quality, but it's not the best on the market. So if you're looking to jumpstart your photography and this is what you want to do and you have a little extra money to spend, I would definitely recommend getting the Canon 6D, which is what I have, and I absolutely love it. It's what I've started out on, is what I continue to work with. I think the only bad thing I have to say about it is it doesn't have autofocus on recording videos, which really sucks at this point because I would like to get into videography. It also doesn't have a crop sensor, which the other cameras that I recommended before do. A crop sensor is basically going to make a 35mm lens look like a 50mm lens because it brings everything forward, which can kind of be inconvenient at times. So definitely, if you're looking to jumpstart your photography, I would recommend getting the Canon 6D. And then the next camera that I'm going to recommend is a little bit more expensive than that, but I think this is probably what I'm going to get when I upgrade my camera gear. It's the Canon EOS 5D Mark V. It's a super great quality camera. A lot of professionals use it, and it does have autofocus on video, so that is great. If you have a little extra money to spend, I would definitely recommend getting that one. The next thing I'm going to talk about is something I wish I would have had when I first started out with photography, is lenses and the different ways that lenses are going to look compared to one another. I think that every photographer should have at least 3 lenses, if not 4. So the first lens I'm going to talk about today is the first lens that I bought. I think it's the most versatile lens. If you're only going to buy one lens, I think you should buy this one. It is my 16 to 35mm, and I'll show you guys a photo of what this looks like all the way zoomed in and then all the way zoomed out. So yeah, this photo is super great. It allows you to bring in most of the background. I use this one if when I went to Horseshoe Bend, for example, I could not use my 70-200 or 50mm, which are my favorite lenses to use. I couldn't use that just because I couldn't fit everything into the background, so I had to use my wide angle. It's super helpful in situations like that, and it's really good for portraits because it does go to 35. I would not recommend anything lower than 35 for portraits just because it starts to distort faces and stuff in it. And then the next lens I'll talk about is my second favorite lens to use, and that is my 50mm. This is really good for portrait photography. I'll show you guys a photo of it right now. So yeah, as you can see, it adds really good bokeh to the background and just makes the blur really smooth, and everything that's in focus to be really sharp. The only reason I don't like this lens is because it's a fixed lens, meaning you can't zoom in and out, and I think having the ability to change that standing in one spot is really useful for photography. And then the next lens I'm going to talk about is my favorite lens to use, only because I do a lot of landscape photography with a subject in it, so I do want to include the background and capture the epicness of the background, if that makes sense. So I'll show you guys a photo of what this looks like right now. So this one is really great. It's a telephoto lens. It will bring everything that's in the background forward and just make it look a lot bigger, which is really good if you're taking photos in like the mountains or anything like that. It's just going to make the mountains look like just massive, which is really cool for landscape photography. That's my favorite lens to use, but again, if I'm somewhere like Horseshoe Bend where it's a very big area that I'm trying to capture, I can't really do much with this. But if it's like really far away and I'm trying to capture like mountains that are really far away, it'll bring those very far forward. And then depending on what you're doing with your photography, I really want to get a micro lens, which is for like very up close photography. The lenses that I have right now, I can't really get really super close to a subject, so if I was doing like a wedding shoot, for example, I can't get like very close to the wedding rings with the lenses that I currently have to get like a awesome up close photo. So I would recommend getting a macro lens, but again, it's not like essential if you're not doing like that kind of stuff. One thing I wish I would have known in the beginning is memory cards. So if you look here on the memory card, let's see if I can get it into light, there's a little 10 and a circle right there. You want to make sure your memory cards have that, because that's going to be like the best grade of memory card. They're a little more expensive, but definitely worth it. It's going to make the quality of your photos a lot better. But yeah, that's basically all my tips for beginners on camera gear. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or leave a comment. I'll be happy to answer anything else you guys have. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more content like this, and hope you guys have a great day.